is Jerry Haverford, and ever since he can remember, he's been on the fence about guns. You see, he has two parents with very different opposing viewpoints. His mother is a liberal hippie who spends her days hula hooping and making soaps, while his father is an avid hunter, and sometimes Jerry thinks that his father loves his taxidermy deer heads more than him. Jerry's mother hates guns and believes that they come directly from hell, so why she married his father, a man who loves guns and feels that a man has a natural right to bear a firearm, Jerry could never tell you. Unbeknownst to Jerry, his life was about to change forever. While he was sitting in his living room one day, he was visited by the ghosts of pro and anti-gun control. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie A Christmas Carol with the ghost of Christmas Past, but these two spirits that visited Jerry one day were kind of like that. There was the liberal hippie named Serenity, and there was the conservative named Frank. And Frank and Serenity both together took Jerry back into time of different events where guns have been framed for better or for worse. And they tried to convince him to pick a side. And it was a rough task, and Jerry's life was absolutely changed forever.
Yeah. Hey, Toots. Give me another round.
I have to cut you off, sir. You've had like 12 Jaeger bombs.
What'd you say to me?
Whoa, man, take it easy, huh?
You know what? Now how about that shot?
Wow, did I just watch two people get shot?
Yes, Jerry. Guns are dangerous. They only cause pain. If it were illegal for that man to own and carry a gun, 2 innocent people would not have lost their lives. 2 people died today because of a gun. A gun!
Come on, Jerry. This old-timey Western crap. You can't actually believe this really happened.
Jerry, this is real. This does happen. Do you remember last week in Boston?
Yeah, that was one instance.
Or what about on Tuesday in Soho?
Alright, get it. Guns have killed people. Do you blame forks for getting fat?
You think I'm fat?
Freeze. Doesn't this look familiar? It seems like all we see on the news these days are reports of shootings. It's all over the media. Guns are portrayed as evil things because of how the media tells stories of shootings. Whether it was the shooting in Boston or in Soho, or the shooting you just watched at this bar. You can even predict what the news report for the shooting will sound like, because it will be just like all the others.
2 new videos surfaced today in the shooting death of a young man New Year's Day at an East Bay BART station.
We begin this Tuesday with the latest details in that mass shooting at the Washington Navy Yard.
The motive for the shooting still unknown.
And a deadly shooting at an elementary school in Newtown, Connecticut.
Here's the very latest. 13 people, including the lone gunman, are dead. 8 victims are hurt.
1 child has been killed, and 1 gunman is dead as well.
Another shooting at an American high school today in Colorado.
The searing tragedy struck in a place parents felt their children were safe. The worst grade school shooting in U.S. history, at least 27 dead, 20 children, 7 adults, including the principal. And the gunman killed himself.
Addicted to the Outdoors, Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern, only on Outdoor Channel. True to the core.
Oh, nice one. All right. Hey, my name's Randy Jackson, and, you know, I've been hunting all my life, basically. My dad, took me out for the first time when I was 4 years old. Shot the gun, fell right on my ass. You know, just a little kid, didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, so I mean, guns mean a lot to me. Go out hunting every day, kill a nice deer, squirrel, groundhog, grill it up when I get home. Family's proud. Putting dinner on the table. That's how it is out here. Oh, I got another one. Yeah, it's dessert over there.
Hunting. It's one of the nation's best pastimes and one of the best arguments against gun control. I mean, how could you take it away from so many people who love it? Just take a look at Randy Jackson. You could tell how much he loved hunting. I mean, it's his world revolves around it. Frank was feeling like, Jerry was starting to lean towards Serenity's side, so he decided to bring in the big guns, if you will, and had his friend Chuck Worley speak to Jerry.
My fellow Americans, the left's attack on assault weapons is back. There is no doubt that it's a tragedy when anyone takes the life of another without cause. But to blame assault weapons for these tragedies would be like, well, blaming airplanes for the 9/11 attacks. The problem lies with the perpetrator, not the tool used to commit the crime. The left is now screaming from the rooftops that there is no good reason for any American to own an assault weapon, that they're not good weapons for defense or for hunting. Frankly, they're missing the point. To say that the Constitution limits the kinds of guns we can own would be like saying it also limits the kinds of religion people can practice. How would it be if some people thought you could practice Catholicism, but not Scientology? Our founding fathers wanted every citizen to be armed equal to the army in case of takeover by a tyrannical government. They wanted us to have protection from them. It is the fact that there is a gun behind every blade of grass that prevents any other country from even thinking about invading our nation. Take away the assault rifles, and you have weakened that defense. The left invented the term assault weapon to describe rifles that bear some similarity to real assault rifles, like this one. This way, they can make it against the law to own a gun that looks like an assault weapon. Really, is it against the law to look like something else? Crazed criminals shooting up innocent people is a tragedy. But all the gun bans in the world will not stop them. Criminals will always find the weapons they need to carry out their crimes. The only people that will be going unarmed are the law-abiding citizens like you and me. When you hear people talk about banning assault weapons, know that the real assault weapon is the liberal media. They are attacking your constitutional rights. It's a slippery slope. First it will be assault weapons, then ammunition, then handguns, and on and on and on. I'm Chuck Woolery, trying to save the Constitution, one amendment at a time.
See? Guns save lives. What if she didn't have a gun?
Please, there are much safer ways.
No, guns are the fastest and safest.
Safest?
Wait, why are you guys in different bodies?
But how could Jerry know which side he was supposed to pick? I mean, sure, Frank and Serenity helped him, but this is such a hotly debated issue, and every time he turns on the news, there's more people arguing over who's right.
Why you'll continue to see gun rights folks say we need to find a way to solve our gun. We have to have more gun control in this country to stop innocent deaths like this.
Today we are struggling to make sense of yet another mass shooting. A gunman killed a dozen people and wounded 8 others. What happened just 2 miles from where we sit tonight serves as a horrid reminder of the gun violence happening every day in this country. Something that really summed it up for me was this plea from a doctor at one of the hospitals that treated some of the victims.
There's something wrong here when we have these multiple shootings, these multiple injuries. There's something wrong. And the only thing that I can say is we have to work together to get rid of it.
Newt, I obviously agree with what the doctor said. We have to do something to get rid of these mass shootings. But let me just point out a couple of things. I think that this was a real system failure. Here's a guy that shot out tires of his neighbor, shot his gun into the ceiling of his other neighbor. The Navy took steps to discharge him for misconduct, and yet the government gave him a security clearance. Now, that's clearly a system failure. He shouldn't have gotten a security clearance, and he shouldn't have gotten a gun. However, what happened yesterday was tragic, absolutely tragic. But gun violence is happening every day in this country. Mass shootings are 1% of all gun murders in this country. We have to do something to prevent, on a large scale, what's happening each and every day. We have to do more to keep guns out of the hands of criminals and those that want to pose danger to themselves and to others.
So which side did Jerry pick? After a long day of being exposed to all the different frames that are put on guns, it was a hard choice, but he finally went with
What am I doing?
You're just okay.
Guns kill people.
Haley, you want to
See? Guns save lives. What if she didn't have a gun on her?
Please, there are.
Go. Hey, give me all your money.
No.
You didn't shoot me.
Yeah, you're not supposed to walk that far away. They walk completely out of frame.
Sorry. I said you're looking at my friend all wrong, okay? You look at my friend like that one more time, I'm going to stab your eyes out with an ice pick. Do we have an understanding? I said, do we have an understanding?
Oh,